But when it comes to the passage, comprehension-related questions are rather easy. But vocabulary, so many words, not easy words. I'm going to give about 20 words, not regular words. Difficult to guess the meaning also. What is this passage about? It talks about imagination, creativity, the limits set by an individual. The first paragraph. The second paragraph talks about empathy. What is empathy? Looking at someone suffering from that person's point of view. You got it? Today we talk about EQ. All of you please write the expression EQ. Write capital letters. EQ means what? Emotional quotient. You all must be knowing IQ, traditional. IQ means what? Intelligence quotient. But here, emotional quotient. Emotional quotient is nothing but empathy. Write the word empathy. Empathy means, please write the meaning of empathy. First you write EQ, emotional quotient, then you write the word empathy. Write the meaning of the word empathy. To think from the other person's point of view. To think from the other person's point of view, one meaning. To think from the other person's point of view. The other meaning, to understand the other person's problem. To understand the other person's problem. The second paragraph talks about empathy, then how it is related to imagination, is related to empathy, and it talks about memory, how to strengthen all those things. Comprehension related, rather easy. Shall I read the first question? First question, what according to the passage is or are the disadvantages of constraining? Underline the word constrain. Write the meaning of that word. Constrain means restrict. Constrain, restrict. Constraining the children to be realistic and not imaginative. All of you please go to the first paragraph. The last sentence I will read out. Shall I? But stifling, underline the word stifle, stifling. Stifle also means control, regulate, constrain. Stifle, control. By stifling your imagination is the worst thing that you can do to yourself, as it will only pave the way for accelerated aging, that I doubt, and all too often a life that feels unfulfilled. Underline the word unfulfilled. What is the first option here? It will lead to an unfulfilled life. Exact wording, tick that one. They lack empathy. You don't find that in the first paragraph. But please go to the second paragraph. The second line or third line talks about the same thing. They cannot show empathy. What is the reason? They cannot imagine. It is related to imagination. Do you find that? Take the second option also. It limits the growth of their brain. Brain is a physical organ. Imagination has nothing to do with the size of the brain. So the third option is right or wrong? It is wrong. Based on this, what is the answer? Oh no. Do you want me to continue or stop? No, not you guys. That guy. Shall I continue or stop? Nothing is there. Answer is, which option says both 1 and 2? The third option is the answer. But it doesn't serve the purpose. Huh? You all have the hard copy. Huh. The second question, imagination unleashes creativity. Justify. Underline the word unleash. Unleashes means what? Release. Exactly. Good, very good. Exact wording. Please write, unleash means a release. It goes with creativity. Also write, unleash your potential. The typical combination. Once I was listening to the lecture, Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin, I don't remember the second word. He is very good at English. Personally, I like his speeches. He was a product of MIT. You know the letters? Massachusetts Institute of Technology, #1 when it comes to engineering. And when he was in till 9th, he did not know English. 9th class, he went to the US, then he started learning English. Today he speaks, one of the best public speakers, and he talks so passionately. Once he said, he was addressing the Israelis, then he said, you all should unleash your potential. What is the wording? Unleash your potential means what? Take out, bring out, release the potential you have. Now what is the answer? Justify. Imagination unleashes creativity. They become sympathetic. Do you think so? Second one, they imaginative people believe in things that cannot be logically quantified. It is the other way according to the passage. So not correct. What is the third option? They imaginative people set their own limit. Has been mentioned in the second paragraph or first paragraph. Somewhere it has been mentioned. Second paragraph. Where is it? They not only think outside the box, fag end of the paragraph, they not only think outside the box, for them there is no box. And so their brains are constantly challenged, humming and conjuring up all sorts of goodies. Anything the mind can conjure is good enough to become true, be it work, life, personal goals, accomplishments, or anything. Where is this word? Somewhere it has been mentioned. They set the limits. The creative individual does not see the sky as a limit. Do you see that sentence? The creative individual does not see the sky as a limit. And what is the next one after that? Instead, the limit is as far as he or she can imagine. Based on that, we'll see the fourth option also. What is the fourth option here? Babu Chudamakasa, please excuse me. This has to be. Otherwise, branches, the students will get affected. It protects us from daydreaming. No, not right. So what is the answer here? They imaginative people set their own limit. Answer is the third option. 53. Shall I read question number 53? According to the passage, how can a person express empathy? By not being mean-spirited. Seems right, but don't consider. Hold that one. What is the next one? By visualizing or imagining the same suffering as others. Empathy means the same thing. Hold the second option. By giving some time to them. Not relevant. Both 1 and 2, all are correct. So empathy means what? You place yourself in the other person's position and you visualize how that person suffers, you imagine. Based on that, you try to relate to that person. Based on this, what is the answer? The second option is the answer, by visualizing or imagining the same suffering as others. Easy, should not be a problem. Question number 54. Write the meaning of mean-spirited. First you write the word mean. Don't write mean-spirited. Write the word mean. You all must be knowing quant, you come across, that's a different meaning. Here, write the meaning of mean. First you write the combinations, then you understand. Mean mentality. Please write mean mentality. Then you write mean behavior. Mean behavior. Then you write mean attitude. Attitude. Sometimes we write the last combination, mean comment. Comment, mean. Now you write the meaning. Mean means narrow-minded, one meaning, narrow-minded. And also negative. Mean person. Very mean person means what? Negative attitude. Mean mentality. In a way, sick, not healthy. Have you got the meaning? Mean-spirited, same meaning. Coming to your question, mean-spirited, not healthy, a bit sick or cynical. Write the word cynical. Cynical means what? Negative. And skeptic, doubtful. Both are different. Shall I go to the next one? I don't see the numbers usually. Is it like that, or only this particular paper we don't see the numbers? The number, does it get displayed here before according? No. Usually no. Okay. Number 55, question number 55. According to the passage, imaginative power helps in 54. Which of the following is an appropriate title of the passage? This is a little tricky. We'll check the options. Harmful effects of stifling, please strike off the letter S. Stifling the imagination. Seems right? Hold that one. The power of using your imagination. The entire passage talks about a positive thing or a negative thing. Does it talk about controlling or encouraging? Initially, what? Controlling and the negative impact of that. First paragraph talks about what? Controlling the impact, negative impact of that. That should be kept in mind. It is not about the power of using your imagination. Had it been about the power of using imagination, they wouldn't have started, the writer wouldn't have started with the negative thing ruled out. Expressing empathy, but that is in the second paragraph, not in the first paragraph. Usually the title you get in the first paragraph or the conclusion, not in the middle. What is the fourth option? Imagination and creativity. Too general, not specific. Imagining beyond the limit of the sky, not correct. So what is the answer? The first paragraph talks about what? The negative impact of stifling the imagination. Based on that, what is the answer? The first option is the answer. Clear? Now 55. Am I right? According to the passage, imaginative power helps in thinking creative and original. Seems right. Strengthening connections. Seems right. Becoming an empathetic person. Seems right. Fulfill their potential mentioned in the first paragraph. So what is the answer? Fifth option, all are right. 56. How imagination, sorry, I am not able to. How imagination can be a useful tool in strengthening the brain connections. All of you please go to the second or the last paragraph, third paragraph. The fag end of the paragraph, do you see the word meticulously? Go above that. You see a sentence beginning with, on the other hand. Do you see that? I'll read from there. On the other hand, someone who uses the imagination may know something well and be able to recall everything. He talks about memory two ways. One is reading repeatedly and to be able to recollect. Another, imagination and recall. Please underline the word be able to recall everything without seeming to make an effort. This is based on what? Imagination. Which option talks about this idea? By using various means of imagination to communicate for strengthening the connections. Not right. As it helps us to interact day after day, which can help them in strengthening the connections. As it becomes easier to recollect. I told you to underline the word recollect. So which option talks about that recollection dimension? The third option. Based on that, what is the answer? The third option is the answer. Have you got it? If you have a problem, raise your hand, I will explain. No? Sure. Fine. Now the trouble starts. Be prepared to write a lot of words. I myself had to check a few of them. These words are not regular words. If you say, sir, these are easy, I will respect you. You want me to go back to 56? What is the question? How imagination can be a useful tool in strengthening the brain connections? Option 1, what is it? By using various means of imagination to communicate for strengthening the connections. No, it doesn't talk about that. Here, please underline how imagination can be a useful tool. Underline that part. In strengthening the brain connections. It talks about imagination is one thing. Imagination, how can it be useful, a useful tool in strengthening the brain connections? And what is the answer here? it talks about when you recollect, obviously it becomes strong. And he talks about memory. There are two dimensions to memory. What is the first dimension? Read repeatedly. What is the second dimension? Imagination. And when it comes to imagination, what is that you do? You try to recollect. Based on that, it should be the third option. Why not the first option? By using various means of imagination. It is not about means of imagination. It is about how imagination can be a useful tool. Imagination can be a useful tool. How? Imagination deals with recollection. Based on that, it can be a useful tool. You got it? Good. Shall I go to, what is the question number? Similar in meaning, and what is the meaning of the word conjure? It has two different meanings. Please write. And all of you be prepared to write. I'm going to give about 18 words based on these 5 questions. All the words you have to write a little fast. Write the first word, conjure. Part of speech, verb. It has two different meanings. The first one, implore. I-M-P-L-O-R-E. Implore means what? Request or beg. Implore someone to do something. I will not write, I cannot write. It takes a lot of time. Listen and write. Important words I will write. Implore someone to do something. Means what? Request someone, urge someone to do something. The first meaning. The second meaning is entirely different. Write the second meaning. It means to make a ghost or a spirit appear. To make a ghost or a spirit appear. Nowhere related to the first meaning. Entirely different. Have you got it? Now he wants the similar meaning. The first word, not a regular word. Write the meaning of that. Fatuous. Fatuous means silly and pointless. Silly and pointless. Don't look at the screen, for God's sake. I am not going to write. If at all I write, I will tell you, then you have a look. Use your ears, not your eyes. Message is clear. What is that you have written? Fatuous means what? Silly and pointless. Second word, some students may know, adjure. Write the meaning. To request or urge. To request or urge. U-R-G-E, urge. Urge also request, formal word. And abstruse. Write the meaning of abstruse. Abstruse means obscure. You have got this word many a time. Have a look at the screen. Obscure means what? Vague, not clear. Abstruse also means the same. And obscure goes with what are the typical combinations? Obscure place, not popular. Obscure writer, obscure painter. It goes with professions and certain people. Next one, dogmatic, a political term. Write the meaning. Dogmatic has two different meanings. The first meaning, to say that, to say emphatically, to say that you are right and everyone else is wrong. To say that you are right and everyone else is wrong. Have you got the first one? Dogmatic. In this context, this meaning, write the combination. Dogmatic leader. Dogmatic leader. Imposing. In a way, you could also write the word impose. Imposing person. Write the second meaning. Projecting your views. Projecting your views as if they were facts. Projecting your views as if they are facts. Your views you project as what? Facts. Then we call dogmatic philosophy. Write the combination. Dogmatic philosophy. The fifth option is also a good word, not a regular word. All these are GRE words, not a bank exam point of view. Write the meaning. Abject means completely, without pride completely without pride or dignity. Completely without pride or dignity. You do something without pride, without dignity, then we use the word abject. But a typical combination, please write the combination: abject poverty. I remember one combination: abject poverty means no money at all, extreme limit. We also use the word, write the word penury. You know this word? Penury also means extreme poverty. Destitute person, penury condition, abject poverty condition. That's good, I appreciate. All of you write the word destitute. Person, someone who experiences a penury or abject poverty, we use the word destitute. And you all know Mother Teresa worked the destitutes in West Bengal, especially Calcutta. For that she has been awarded the Nobel Prize. Shall I go back to the question? Yes, sir, sooner the better. We will lose the track. Now tell me, what is the answer? Conjure, one meaning, a request or urge, and adjure also means the same. Not easy. If you get it right, that will be a pleasant surprise. As your master, I'll be very happy. Shall I go to the next one? What is the number? I don't see the number. Is it 58? Quantified. What is the context here? What is... Go to the second paragraph. Who do not believe in much of anything that cannot be logically quantified. Means logically, what do you think? Assessed or analyzed? These words you have to think of. What is the first one? It's a very good word. Please write the meaning of the word extraneous. Extraneous means it has two different meanings. Please write both the meanings. One is external. And write the combination as well. Have a look at the screen. External. And write the combination based on this meaning. Extraneous factors. Extraneous factors means what? External factors. Write the second meaning of extraneous: irrelevant. Irrelevant or unrelated. Irrelevant or unrelated. Have you got the meaning? Okay. What is the second option? Incumbent. It's a political term. Write the first meaning. Someone who is in power. Someone who is in power or authority. Shall I repeat? Someone who is in power or authority. Power or authority. Then we use the word. And write one typical combination. Please write incumbent president or prime minister. Means the prime minister who is in power right now. There is another meaning, not very important, but still right. Something that is necessary. Please write the second meaning of incumbent. Something that is necessary as a duty or as a responsibility. Something that is necessary as a duty or as a responsibility. Have you got it? But generally we use incumbent means what? Someone who is in power or authority. Quantified, have you got the answer? First one, no. Second one, no. What is the third one? Appraise. Appraise means what? Assess. Write the meaning. Appraise. You haven't got the job. Once you get the job at the workplace, every year they go for appraisal reports. There is a time also. Based on the appraisal report, you get the bonus, whatever the salary hike. So write the meaning of appraise, assess. Also write the word evaluate. Now hold that one. The next one, incayote. What is the meaning? Please write the meaning. Rudimentary. That's a very good word. I will use a screen. Have a look. Rudimentary. Have you heard of this word any time? It goes more with biology. Rudimentary means initial stage of growth. Initial stage. Something is growing. Initial stage, we say rudimentary. One meaning. Write another meaning. Rudimentary also means not fully formed. Not fully formed. Have you written the meaning? Okay. The next one, expiate. This is also not a regular word. Please write the meaning. Expiate means to make amends. Amends means what? Changes. To make amends. Or reparation. That's a very good word. Please write, I will use a screen. Or reparation for wrongdoing. Reparation for wrongdoing means paying back, doing justice. Reparation for wrongdoing. Shall I go back to the question? Quantified. Now what is the answer? The third option, what is it? Appraise is the answer. Quantify, like assess. Appraise also the same thing. 59. This you have got many a time. I use regularly. Meticulously means what? Looking at the minutest details, being precise and being very cautious, especially when it comes to reading, meticulous reading. What is the first one? Onerous. That's not a regular word. Please write the meaning of that. Onerous means involving a great deal of effort. Involving a great deal of effort. Or difficulty, also right, involving a great deal of effort or difficulty. And write the typical combination, onerous task. Onerous task, T-A-S-K. Means it involves a great deal of effort. Obfuscate, not a regular word, no one uses. Write the meaning of that. Obfuscate means to make something obscure. To make something obscure. Already have got the word obscure. Obscure means what? Not clear, vague. Noxious, you can make out. Noxious means what? Harmful. Please write the meaning. Noxious, harmful. But there is a related word. I don't say exactly related. All of you write the word. At least the letter, first letter, noxious. What is the first letter? N. Nasty. Not nasty, nasty. So what is the meaning of nasty? Unpleasant. Please write the meaning. Nasty means unpleasant, one meaning. Negative, another meaning. I see some students already tired. I told you beforehand, be prepared to write. Have you been attending since morning, 7 o'clock? Then justified. Relax. Write the way you like. I will not question. Nasty means unpleasant, negative. Also, sometimes we say nagging. Write the word nagging. When someone nags you, then we say nasty behavior. Got it? Nasty behavior, typical combination. Means not acceptable. You don't want to stand that person. Nasty behavior. We'll go back. Imprecise, you know, precise opposite, imprecise. Negligent, easy word. So, meticulously, what is the opposite word? The fourth option, imprecise. If you don't answer this, that will be a shock for me. This is expected from you. Envision. Write the meaning of the word envision. Envision means visualize. Write the meaning. Visualize. You all know the word envision. Visualize. He wants visualize. Have you written? He wants opposite. Pity. It has two different meanings. Write the first one. Write the word P-I-T-H. And bracket you write plant. It's plant material. Inside the plant you have this called pith, P-I-T-H. It goes with botany. Write the second meaning. It goes with language. Write the second meaning. It means, first you write the word language. Then you write vigorously expressive. Vigorously means very active, aggressive. vigorously expressive. Vigorously expressive language, we use this word, but not regular. It doesn't go with everyday English. People use very rarely. Have you written those meanings? That is the first option. Do you think that goes with this envision? He wants the opposite. Scurrilous. Please write the meaning of scurrilous. Please write, it means accuse someone or blame someone, accuse someone or blame someone, or make a scandalous remark, or make a scandalous. You all know the word scandal. Today you take the newspaper, what do you come across? Scandals, obviously. Scandalous remark to damage someone's reputation. To damage someone's reputation. You say something in a simple manner, in a nutshell, what does it mean? You say something and you make some sort of allegation with what intention? To damage that person's reputation. Does it go with this word envision? No. Requisition, that is an easy word. Request, requisition, make a request. Pernicious, this is also not a regular word. Please write the meaning of pernicious. Harmful effect. Harmful effect. Pernicious means harmful effect, but bracket you write slowly, in a subtle manner. Slowly, in a subtle. What is the spelling of subtle? S-U-B-T-L-E. B is silent. That's why I have written. Subtle, what is the spelling? B is silent. Subtle means, write the meaning, slight. Subtle way, slight, not visible, not obvious. Thank God it is over. What is the answer? Disregard. Envision, you consider something, you visualize something, you respect something. Then obviously envision. What is the opposite? All these words are not related. What is the fifth option here? Disregard. Answer is the fifth one. Not exactly, but better option. You have something to ask. This girl, you have a question? Obnoxious also means unpleasant. All of you write the word obnoxious. That's also a very good word. Obnoxious is not correct. Obnoxious. E is silent. Obnoxious. Conscious. Precious. Not precious. Please write the meaning. Unpleasant. Obnoxious. Unpleasant. Nasty. Nagging. All related words. Shall I go to the next? Passage is over. All the 5 questions. Now what do you have? Error location. Now you become active. Body language changes. And you get connected. Only one error, am I right? As soon as we enter the hotel, underline the verb enter. The manager welcomes, underline the verb welcomes. As soon as we enter the hotel, the manager welcomes us and took us to the table. 2 verbs in present, 1 in past. Is it right or wrong? It doesn't go with parallel expression. So where is the error? And what is wrong with that part? Is it took or takes us? Please correct it. Underline enter, welcomes, and here it should be takes us. Takes us. Easy or difficult? Pretty easy. In spite of a several requests, you should not go beyond, but still I will read out, safe side. In spite of a several requests, please add the letter S. Several requests, not correct. Several or many requests, the owner of the house did not open the door of his house. We don't know why. But owner of the house, what is the other word for that? Please write Old English. Sir, what a silly question, you may think. But there's a reason for asking. House owner, you all know that. Modern English, we don't say house owner. What is the word? Please write landlord. And what is his wife called? More important than the landlord. Who? Landlady. And he is your landlord, he is your landlady. And what are you? You pay the rent. What is the word for you? Please write the word tenant. The person who pays the rent, what is the word? Tenant. I'm a tenant, he is my landlord, I respect. She is my landlady, I respect more. Shall I go back to the question? In spite of our several requests, have you got it? Fine. The next one, 63. The manager concluded what? That either, this is an important one, if you don't get it right, I'll be disappointed. I have said many a time, it goes with conjunctions. I usually give 3 rules. The manager concluded that either Mahesh or Teja, please underline either or. And answer my question, how many nouns are here? 2 nouns. What are they? Underline Mahesh, Teja. Are they singular nouns or plural nouns? Singular. Then you have to use a singular verb or a plural verb. Singular verb. Where is the error? Were is not correct. It should be was responsible. Who has got this right? That's wonderful. I'm quite happy. We'll move on. Please make a note, conjunction related. I have told Suresh that it will not be possible. This is also an important question. Put a star mark. I have told Suresh that it will not be possible for me to carry on this kind of work. My first question, where is the error? Which one? C. How many of you say C? Why? Could you tell me? To carry on this kind. There is nothing wrong with carry on. Carry on means, please write the meaning. Carry on means continue. No. Carry out means complete. Carry out. Carry on, continue. I see you working, you're busy working, and you want to wish me, you want to stand up. Then I say, no, carry on. Means what? Continue. Please write, that goes with everyday English. Nothing wrong. Who says there is an error in B? Raise your hands. I was expecting this. Who says the 5th option, no error? I appreciate those, others don't feel bad. There is no error. Why? I have told you many a time, whenever you come across words like said, asked, told, ordered, requested, warned, you should think of which topic. Indirect speech or reported speech. And statement, it's a statement. You have learned 3 rules. What is the first rule? If the reporting verb is in present or present perfect or future, the tenses don't change to a corresponding past tense. What is the reporting verb here? Please underline I have told. Which tense is that? You have to answer present perfect. If the reporting verb is in present perfect, the tenses here don't change. Usually will changes to what? Would. You must have thought that. You did not respect the present perfect tense. That is a problem. So I have told Suresh that it will not be possible for me to carry on this kind of work. A perfect sentence, a smart question, and if you don't get it right, you have to feel a little guilty. Already have learned. So you can't afford to lose marks. You know something, you can't afford to lose marks. Shall I go to the next one? In today's meeting, answer my question, how many errors are here? Immediate answer. Don't answer based on my question. How many errors? That's why I said how many errors. Who says 2 errors? That's very good. In today's meeting, first you correct that one. In today's meeting, we must first discuss and thrash out the problem, underline one by one. Can you say problem then? Problems. So what is the second error? Problems one by one. That is the second error. Have you noticed that? How many of you? Then how come you said where is the error only A? You guys are very smart. Huh? Sometimes you want to take the master for a ride. I'm just joking. Shall I go to the next set of questions? What do they deal with? These are phrase replacement. Am I right? I will underline first what has been, it is not in bold. Do you have the hard copy? Do you see? I will do that first, then I'll read the question. Please underline, is been a milestone. Where is it? Is been a milestone in India's regional connectivity. And connectivity, that should be the last word. I'll read the sentence, shall I? The opening of the first office of Indian Ports Global Limited at Iran's Chabahar, R is silent, and the takeover of operations of the Shahid Baheshet, I don't know exactly the pronunciation of that, port is being a milestone. Does it sound grammatically correct? First you reject that option. Then you have to select one of the given options. We'll see. First you underline how many things do they talk about here. Underline the opening. After that there is a phrase. Put the phrase in brackets of whatever it is. And the takeover. So what are the two things they're talking about? One is opening and what is the other one? Takeover. And you have to use a singular verb or plural verb. How many plural verbs are there? One is are, one is have. This is in past perfect. Now let us check. Are milestones in India's regional connectivity? This seems perfect. Hold this one. Have been milestones in India's regional connectivity? This also seems right. Hold this one. Had been. Does it talk about two actions, one after the other? Third option is not right. So what is the answer based on that? 1 and 2 are right. Which option talks about that? The second option is the answer. These are also quite useful and challenging. 67, I will underline first. Give me some time. Opens upon. Please underline from there. Where is this opens upon? The previous question. Are milestones, why not? Plural form you're asking. Perfect, no problem with that. Please underline opens upon a permanent alternative route for trade. The last word should be trade. So what is in bold? Chabaha port opens upon a permanent alternative route for trade. Opens upon, does it sound right? Reject the given expression. Port is singular or plural? Singular. Opens, it seems right. Opens and permanent. No, reject the first option. Opening up, then you need ease. Do you find ease? No, reject that also. And what is the third option? Opens up. Opens up what? A permanent alternative route for trade. So what is the answer? The third option. Which one says that? Okay. Got it right? We'll go to the next one. What is in bold? 67 or 68? 68. Two studying ways. Please underline from there. To make the route more attractive and attractive. That is the last word. So what is in bold? Two studying ways to make the route more attractive. I am sure all the CCE students, they know this is not right. What is the reason? After two, it should be bare infinitive. That's right. What is the first option? To study ways to make the route more attractive. Seems right or wrong? Hold that one. And what is the next one? To study ways to making. Can you say making? Reject the second option. And what is the third? To study ways to makes. To makes. Wrong. Now you can tell what is the answer. Only the first option. Which option says that? That doesn't matter. We'll go to the next one. 69. What is in bold? Please go to the end of the sentence. What do you see? Underline from giving the constant. Please underline giving the constant upheaval in the administration. Okay. Giving the constant upheaval. Does it sound right? No. Mark it wrong. What is the first option here? Given the constant upheaval in the administration. Seems right or wrong? Hold that one. Gave the constant upheaval. No. Considering the constant. Not right. So what is the answer again? The first option. Which one says that? First option. Only one. The next one. A crucial trilateral. No. Was held. Please underline from. Where is this was held? Was held on Monday. I think only that. No. Which they agreed on the routes for trade. I will read the entire sentence better. Listen very carefully. A crucial trilateral meeting, underline the word meeting, that is the subject here. What is the last option? Considering the constant upheaval in the administration. But where is the word giving? I think you cannot change the word. I will read the sentence still. I respect your view. The Chabahar port has received a waiver. Underline the word waiver, means concession, not considering, foregoing, from the US sanctions on Iran for the moment. But these concessions could be withdrawn any time, considering the constant upheaval in the administration. Seems right? Hold that one. And giving is not correct. Given the constant upheaval in the administration, that is also right. Gave the constant, not right. Now it should be either. Why did not consider? The word has been changed. That is one thing. Whether we can change or not, I'm not quite sure. If you find the option 1 and 3, then that is the right answer. Do you find that option 1 and 3? Then you can consider the third option also. So which option says 1 and 3? Answer is the fourth option. I appreciate. Good. Sometimes students ask, sir, can we change, can we use a new word? Usually you cannot. Same word, because here phrase replacement. It is not word replacement. What is the instruction here? They should not given 1 and 3, in my opinion. If I set the paper, I will not give this as an answer. What is the reason? The instruction talks about a phrase replacement, and usually the questions go with grammar knowledge plus the phrase knowledge. So what is the key word here? Give. But you have changed the word consider. Both are entirely different. Still we respect the key. Okay. Shall I go to the next one? What is question number 70? What is in bold? Was held. I don't know where it has gone. I'll read the sentence. Was held. Please underline. A crucial trilateral meeting, underline the word meeting, that is the subject, of officials from India, Afghanistan and Iran, a phrase, on the strategically important Chabahar port, again a phrase, was held on Monday, during which they agreed on the routes. Here, what is the subject? That's why I said underline the phrases. One subject, two phrases are there related to the subject. What is the subject here? Meeting. The key word is meeting. Is that singular or plural? Then can you consider the first option? No. Being held. Is being held or being held? Is being. You don't see is. Don't consider the second option. And what is the third one? Is held. But here on Monday, that goes into the past. Can you say is held or was held? So that is also not right. As such, do you find any error here? The meeting was held on Monday. Grammatically perfect. Answer is what based on that? Which option says, fifth option, no correction required. It's already 2:45. The question number is 70. Surprising. What are these about? 71 to 75. Oh, we have completed 75. No. 71. Still about the same thing. Oh, no. What is in bold 71? Please underline. Is considered a gateway. Where is it? It takes a lot of time. I will read out, you please underline. Underline is considered as a gateway to golden opportunities for trade by India. All those words you have to underline. Now the given option, the Chabahar port is considered as, is it grammatically right? There are two errors. One is considered, but after the word consider, you should not use the word as. So reject that one. What is the first option here? Is considered a gateway to golden opportunities for trade by India. Seems right? Hold that one. Had been considered or had been considered. I hope you are attentive. Now time, we don't have a lot of time. Respond. Not correct. Is considering. Not correct. So what is the answer here? The first option is considered a gateway. That is the answer. The next one, please underline. Every constituency turns into its own bull ring. Do you see that? Every constituency turns into its own bull ring. Turns into its own. Does it sound grammatically right? Reject that one. What is the first option here? This is a smart question. Every constituency turns into its own bull ring. At the outset seems right, but why should you reject this one? Because no possessive pronoun takes an apostrophe, no exceptions whatsoever. So reject this one, underline its. You cannot use an apostrophe. Every constituency turns into it as own. Does it sound right? No. Every constituency turns into its own bull ring. Answer is the third option. Next one. Shall I go to the next one? Last week, that is the one. Please underline, cause a furor. Cause a furor in both Parliament and the wider civil society. Please underline what is the subject. Last week, a Ministry of Home Affairs notification. What is the key word here? What is the subject? Notification. Underline the word notification. Authorizing 10 central agencies to intercept, monitor, and decrypt online communications and data. Cause a furor. Can you say cause a furor? That is not right. What is the first option here? Causing a furor? No. Because here last week, what is the clue for you? Last week means past. Causing is not correct. Caused a furor seems right. Hold that one. And only one option in the past. Third option also says causes. So what is the answer based on that? The second option is the answer. The next one, please underline, it is in the very nature of surveillance. It is in the very nature. It is in the very nature of surveillance. I'll read the sentence. Surveillance is essential to ensure national security and preempt terrorist threats. And it is in the very nature of surveillance that it must take place outside the public eye. Do you find any error here? So what is the answer? No correction required. Fifth option is the answer. The next one, please underline with the liberation. Where is it? Put a star mark. This is not easy. Underline from if the liberation of Indians from colonial rule. We remember what? Gandhi's concern, if the liberation, does it sound right? No. We remember Gandhi's concern despite the liberation of Indians from colonial rule. We remember Gandhi's concern despite the liberation of Indians from colonial rule. Seems right, hold that one. As well as from the dark underside of our own personalities. Then it doesn't sound right. Something is wrong. Leave the first option. What is the second one? We remember Gandhi's concern with the liberation of Indians from colonial rule. Hold that one. Concern about. Generally what happens, please write concern about, right? You all must be knowing. Concern for. Please write the combinations quickly. This means what? Concern. For is right. About is right. Over is right. Concern for, concern about, concern over. You may get the doubt, concern with, is it right or wrong? If you are not, if you are sure about that, you get the answer. You have an element of doubt, then you may lose a mark. Tell me, is it right or wrong? The third option is right, concern about, no second thoughts. Now you have to decide, concern with, right or wrong. How many of you have thought it is right? Wonderful, I appreciate. Then based on that, second is right, third is right. What is the answer? Which option says that? So that doesn't matter. You got the answer. It's already, what time is it? We have only 5 minutes. What is the question number? All these are rather easy, should not be a problem. Single fillers will do very fast. If the federal government does not, underline does not, then the verb should be in which form? Basic form or infinitive. But here it is, which tense is that? Present tense, present form. How many? Regulate. Can you use the word enhancing? Reject enhancing. Controlled, reject that. Regulation, which part of speech is it? Noun, reject that. Managing, no. Only one option stands out. Which one is that? Regulate. If the federal government does not regulate, that is the answer. I'm trying to save the time. Is that okay? According to the company budget, we must underline the helping verb must. After the helping verb, if at all you have to use a verb, which form should it be in? Bare infinitive. Allocation not correct. Separation not correct. These are nouns. Renders not in the bare infinitive. Allocate, bare infinitive. Includes, not bare infinitive. So what is the answer here? Next one, when you, someone's secret, bad habit, not a good thing. After they have confided in you, means they're trusted, they will most likely never trust you again. Obviously, common sense. So, when your presentation, is it right? No way. When you reveal, what is the answer? Reveal. Reveal, write the related words. One is disclose. You have the words at your fingertips. That's wonderful. Also write the word divulge. Reveal, disclose, divulge, make public, they all mean the same. Iteration. Iterate means what? To say something. Reiterate, to say repeatedly. Write the word reiterate. The master reiterates the importance of reading the Hindu paper, not to promote Bhasha. As a well-wisher, I do that. Clarity. When I said read the Hindu paper, it seems some students thought master is trying to promote Bhasha. Why the hell should I do that? That is shocking, perplexing, bewildering, confusing, and beyond that I don't know what to say. What is the answer here? So iteration, you got the meaning. Revealing, you know the meaning. Reveal, the form is different. Disclose, you have just written. You got the answer? Yes. As a punishment, my teacher required me to stand in front of her desk, a bad teacher, and 100 times that I would not shoot spitballs during the class. Perhaps a bad student and a bad teacher. What is the first word? And recitation, no. And pronunciation, no way. And talked, no. Representing, not at all. What is the last word here? Recite. Recite whatever it is. We wanted to what? Renovation. Here, to, then the verb should be basic form. Renovation, right noun, not correct. Developing, present participle, not correct. Modifies, present form, not correct. And what is the next one? Refurbish, hold that one. Developed, past, not correct. What is the answer? Refurbish. Write the meaning of that. Refurbish means decorate, redecorate, or decorate. Decorate. Decoration. Refurbish. Also write the word renovate. That's what you have said. Renovate. Still 10 questions. After I stay, it looks like no end. After I stay home with my new baby for a year, I will, my role as a full-time educator. This is a little difficult. I will renewed. Use your grammar knowledge. No. Reprise. Not reprise, reprise. Write the meaning of that word. Reprise means repeat. Repeat. I will, reiteration, not correct, grammatically speaking. I will disturb my role, not correct. I will, relation, noun form, not correct. So what is the answer here? I will reprise means what? I'll repeat my full time. I'll do it again. While tutoring a foreign student, again a bad teacher, I try to, as many slang words, that's why I said a bad teacher. Please underline slang. Slang means what? Language in usage but not standard. Generally people when they learn a new language, they try to learn the bad words. I don't know why, human nature. And this fellow slang words. While tutoring a foreign student, I try to, as many slang words as possible, so she fully understands how Americans speak. I try to do what? Produces? No. Blending? No. Incorporate? Hold that one. Merging? No. Excluding? All based on common sense, grammar knowledge, and everyday English. What is the answer here? Incorporate. Losing weight helped the self-conscious dancer some of her lost confidence. Attains? No. When you lose, you're very fat, you lose weight, then what happens? You get back your confidence or self-esteem. That is the context. Attains is not correct. Abandon, leave, not at all relevant here. You all know the meaning of the word abandon. Leave someone or something. Lost. Dancer lost, not correct. Regained. Hold that one. Achieved. Losing weight helped the self-conscious dancer regain some of her lost confidence. That is the answer. Next one. Because what? Because her closest was closet. Americans use the word closet and Britishers use the word cabinet. Write the word cabinet. Closet is American, cabinet British. Cabinet has many meanings. Cabinet minister, a different meaning altogether. Because her closet was jam-packed, underline jam-packed, with things she doesn't wear, Claudia decided to some of the pieces to the Goodwill store. Decided to do what? Emptied? No. Assigning? No. Hold? No. Unladen? Doubt. Offload means what? Remove. So what is the answer? The fifth option, offload some of the pieces to the Goodwill store. The census attempts to do what? Every person living in the United States at a specific point in time. Enumerate means what? List out. Write the meaning. Enumerate means list out. Estimated, to estimated, not correct. To invent, they cannot invent. And what is the next one? Specific, not correct. Computation, noun cannot be used. So what is the answer? To enumerate. What is this? The last five deal with what? Jumble. If you get it right, I'll be very happy. I'll be surprised. 4 sentences you can get. But if you think they are the first 4, you're off the track. If you get the first 2 sentences, then automatically you'll get the 4 sentences. Then you get all the 6 correct. Tell me what is the first sentence here. We'll save time. What is the first sentence here? They're so difficult to make out. What I cannot project all the sentences. I will use a hard copy. Give me a minute. To save time, I will ask the question, who says F is the first sentence? Oh, that's wonderful. About 5 or 6 students. And all of you please make a note. F is the first sentence. This is all about, this has been taken from the Hindu newspaper, an article written by a journalist or reporter when he went to that particular place, his experience, feelings, and based on that, his reaction. So F is the first sentence. What is the second sentence? A is the second sentence. As a reporter on a short trip there, the story that I had envisaged was simple. After that, it is easy. Tell me what is the third sentence? D is the third sentence. A century ago, thousands of Indian soldiers. And what is the next sentence? They were placed in a camp outside. What is the next sentence? The extraordinary diversity in this camp. That is the next sentence. And what is the last sentence? These have inexplicably survived 2 world wars. That is the last sentence. Who has got the correct order? You got the correct order. You got the correct order. Please give them a big hand. That's very good. Please close. That's wonderful. Frankly speaking,